Alright, here we are at 2 in the morning. I can't sleep. The internet, not working. And I just want to watch some YouTube. So instead, I'm going to make some bad YouTube videos. And our dumb YouTube video for the day is playing that one dinosaur game with 2 a.m. commentary going on 6 hours of sleep last night and 6 hours of sleep the night before. So, surely this will be interesting. Maybe. Maybe not. Probably not. Don't count on it. So, we're going to be playing that one dinosaur game. If you don't know about it, if you ever get this screen on Google Chrome, it means your internet, it can't connect to the internet, and it can't load the website you tell it to. I just use youtube.com to pull it up. And the stream may seem pretty normal, but if you press space, you can start a little game here. And your objective is you'll be constantly moving, and you try to jump over stuff. And you get more points the longer you go. I think my high score is currently in the 2000s. It won't save your high score between windows, so that's kind of sad. It doesn't save your high score at all, except for in the current session. But yeah, it's fairly simple. It's not difficult, at first. So, I think about now we'll start seeing some pterodactyls showing up. Yeah, here we go. And there's 3 levels they can fly at. They can fly right above the ground, halfway up, like that one, or above in the sky. If they're in the sky, you don't want to jump, but either of the other two you'll want to jump over. Also, once you hit a certain point, it'll start switching back and forth between day and night, so that's really helpful. I think it's roughly increments of 200. Well, it went from 700 to 900. But I think it starts happening slower after a certain point. Yeah, see, because that was an increment of 200. And then switch. And also, you'll speed up. More obstacles will show up the longer you go. Really, it's the birds you gotta watch out for. The cactus. The cacti, they're not an issue. Especially during that transition between day and night is when it's the worst. Because it's just hard to see when it's doing that. So, see, it's not that hard and got a pretty decent high score. It's just a simple little game you can play. Unfortunately, our school, we have Chromebooks that we use at our school because they're really good at budgeting. They're not good at budgeting, they're always over budget. Sadly, they have this game blocked, so when the internet goes down, basically the Chromebook can do nothing because it can only use Google Chrome, and this is the only thing Google Chrome can do offline. So when you disable this, it just kind of makes it useless. It's just a piece of plastic with some silicon and some other metals and stuff inside. Oh, Windows wants me to get a longer battery life. Thanks, AVG. Make sure my computer's plugged in. There we go. Playing a lot of Super Mario Odyssey recently. It's a very fun game. Would recommend. Say a 9.5 out of 10. A lot of people complain about the motion controls, especially when they play with either Joy-Cons attached or with the Pro Controller. But I don't have a Pro Controller, and I rarely play with Joy-Cons attached. I just play with the normal Joy-Cons. And when you're just playing with the normal Joy-Cons, motion controls in the game, they're really not that bad, and I don't know why, I just never have issues with it, as much as people seem to. Whenever I do an action with the motion controls, it always, like 99.9% of the time, it will do what I tell it to do. I mean, I can see why people would want like button maps instead of motion controls for certain actions. But I mean, I'm not gonna critique it over the motion controls because for me they worked fine, and they just don't bother me that much. Never really have, except in Breath of the Wild, those shrines where you had to like maneuver a platform using motion controls. Those were terrible. I would not recommend those. But yeah, it's a pretty fun game. I finally beat the final level. By finally, I mean what's been out for a week now. I beat the final level, and that was fun. By fun, I mean difficult. Like, 3D Mario games, they always have that one level at the very end where the entire game is either easy to medium, and then just the final level, you're just not prepared for it at that point, and it just kind of throws you at everything. And that's what just like Galaxy, well actually no, Galaxy doesn't really have this. Galaxy 2, 3D World, I think 3D Land had one. But it's just that, ooh, we're getting a pretty good score. Just surpassed my personal best. It was 2080. I've been playing Minecraft recently. I need to make more videos, but I'm just, I don't know. I've been having issues with inspiration lately, and that really puts it down. Like I said, those when you're not paying complete attention, those mid-air pterodactyls, they're the ones that eat you. But yeah, I just haven't had any really good ideas for videos. I've had a couple. Like that recent video with the 2 programs. Those are just short little videos. I need to make more full-length videos. What I really want to do is get a HD capture card, HDMI capture card, so I can record Switch games and Wii U, and when I get my PlayStation 3, those games. Yeah, that's about it. I need to play Cuphead. I've heard it's pretty good. I don't have money on Steam right now. I think it's on Steam. I hope it's on Steam. I think I saw it on the Microsoft Store earlier, but I don't like using the Microsoft Store. Because I want to give as little money to Microsoft as possible. And I'm sure they make money off that store. Because why else would they have it? I mean, you don't even get Space Pinball and Minesweeper pre-installed anymore. I mean, Space Pinball, yeah, that's fine. I could deal without Space Pinball. But Minesweeper? How are people supposed to survive without Minesweeper? What good's a computer that doesn't come pre-installed with Minesweeper? I keep seeing this picture being researched today, which is the I Grew Up With No Internet Starter Pack. Or the Growing Up With No Internet Starter Pack, I believe is actually what it's called. And it is the truest thing I think I've ever seen for someone growing up in the late 90s and early 2000s. What you got is you got Solitaire, Minesweeper, Space 3D Pinball, and Microsoft Paint. Like, if you grew up with a computer in the late 90s, early 2000s, I don't think you can tell me legitimately you hadn't spent a lot of time on any of those programs. For me, it was really Paint, Space Pinball, and Minesweeper. Mostly Paint and Space Pinball. I don't know why. For some reason, as a kid, Paint is like the best thing ever. And because you can just do whatever. Draw a circle, you can put words on that circle. That was just amazing. It just blows your mind. And then his friend comes over to my house and he's like, "Hey, you heard of this game called Minecraft?" I'm like, "What's that?" So he pulls it up on my computer, Minecraft.net, and he downloads. He can't log into his account because I guess he forgot his password or something. So he starts playing the demo, and I'm like, "Wow, this is pretty interesting. I should make a note of that." Like, I completely forget the game for another year. I think Minecraft was still in alpha or beta at this point. So I read the game for a while. Then I see it on Pocket Edition for my iPad, so I eventually convinced my grandmother to pay for it because I'm just a little kid, I don't have money. So I eventually get Minecraft Pocket Edition, and back then, Pocket Edition was not what it is today. It's not even close. It was like, you had certain blocks. The ones I remember are brick, dirt, grass, wood, glass, maybe stone, and you built stuff, and that's all you could do. No survival mode. But then eventually survival mode comes out. It's pretty fun. Then ores and stuff. And just over time, more and more stuff starts getting added to the game. And it gets fairly close to normal Minecraft. And now it's pretty much on par. But yeah, you can see just how long I had it from looking at the Amazing World that I did a tour of a while ago. There was one structure, I don't think I talked about it completely. It was the anti-creeper code. And on the outside, you would notice that it said 1.5 on it in nether quartz. That's because that was built around the time that PC 1.5 came out. No, I did have Minecraft at that point. I just didn't play it much on the computer because I didn't have servers or anything to play on. So I mostly just played Pocket Edition because, I mean, to a little kid, what's the difference? And, yeah. It's also around with it. Oh. Yeah, that's why you don't want to jump over those, because it's not as easy as the other ones. How am I getting good high scores when just not paying attention? Is that the trick? Don't pay attention? I mean, that's what I do in school, and that works. So, maybe. Probably shouldn't drag this video out too long. I just felt like watching YouTube, but apparently not. It's showing the internet's working, but I somehow doubt it is. Let me check real quick on my mobile device. Wait, is it actually working? What? Hey, the internet's back up. So, I'm gonna end this video here. I'm gonna upload it probably about now. 3,319, that's better than I thought I was gonna get. Next time we'll shoot for 5,000. When the internet goes out, I'll make sure to record it. Thank you all for somehow managing to sit through 13 minutes and 45 seconds of me rambling on while playing that one dinosaur game on Google Chrome. And I will see you all in the next video.